Ermac, Johnny Cage, we got 2 matches left in the first round of King of the Spring. The mortal combatants are fighting pretty hard, and no more wabba-dubbies for anybody. I am the Colonist.
I'm Josh again.
There you go. And now that we are getting sued, guaranteed getting sued.
You're welcome.
But you know what? We made our money by finding people. There's no one who knows this better than the OG himself, Ermac, and whose major accomplishment in CIW has been being the #1 contender twice.
Yes.
For the CIW title.
Colonial #1 contender.
And that was 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And since then, Ermac has done jack all of shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's really been something where Ermac has tried. He's been in multiple matches. We've seen him. He even had the guidance of Mick Foley at one point, but it just hasn't happened. But there's
it kind of makes me think that he's like the CIW of Boba Fett. He looks cool, but he doesn't really do anything.
Well, but there is no better place. Admittedly, there's no better place to change that narrative than the King of the Spring tournament. Ask Mages, who has become one of the most valuable members of CIW and, of course, advanced at the beginning of this month. Mages is going to face Waluigi in the second round, by the way. That's the match coming up on June the 1st.
Dude, the first King of the Spring is why Kratos is now the top star.
That's right. That's right. There is a big, and this one is twice as large. So this is a time when Ermac can really change and turn things around. The 5-seed Ermac against the 12-seed Johnny Cage. I did do the seeding, but I didn't do the seeding. And here comes Johnny Cage, who has been.
Where's my seeds at?
Who is not in the greatest of moods after losing to Bruce Lee most recently. But Johnny Cage has beaten many men before. He's gone toe-to-toe with Wario until Bruce Lee cost him, of course.
Yeah.
He has gone toe-to-toe with Bruce Lee to a draw that we saw, which kind of earned him the title shot in general. He beat Batista. This man has a reputation, and this man has earned the right to be one of the most respected men in CIW.
And he's with Sonya Blade.
That's right. Well, and that's just a bonus. That is just a bonus. But this man has accomplished a lot here, but he is yet to taste gold in CIW. Can that happen here because of the King of the Spring? Mortal combatants at each other's throats once again. Who you got, Josh, again?
I mean, this is the King of the Spring. It's an opportunity for people to, make their names or to get themselves out of a rut. And if you want to talk about getting yourself out of a rut, that's something that Ermac needs to do at this point.
He certainly does, but right now he's thrown right back into that rut with an over-the-top suplex. Take a drink or scoop
I immediately change my pick.
Well, both of these guys are going to have a tall order. Oh, what double chops. 2 big chops from Johnny Cage. But both of these men have a tall order in place because the winner of this faces the 1-seed Wario.
Ooh.
So, and although I will say he got taken for more of a challenge against Eminem than either of us gave him credit for, but
true.
That doesn't mean that he isn't going to be pissed and he isn't going to be a tall order for whoever comes out of this the victor.
Who's our referee in this matchup?
Referee tonight is Jerry Jones, here doing the best he can, being a Cowboys owner and being 90-something, I think. Or at least looking 90.
Pretty good for an old dude.
Yeah, well, you know what? For the amount of punishment he takes, nice big back body drop. So far, it has been all Johnny Cage here in the early going.
Yeah, I'm really regretting going with Ermac to start this off. He got winning this thing.
And oh, wait a second. Already, we've got the You Got Caged. Already, the You Got Caged.
Why do I pick people at all?
Ermac has just been completely dominated here. And with Johnny Cage, you also got to remember that with with the history that he and Wario have, as far as their world title match that Bruce Lee interrupted rudely, you got to admit that Johnny Cage, who may have had Wario beaten, might be able and might have a little chip on his shoulder to see if he actually can close the deal in the second round. Mm-hmm. But Ermac, dude, he's determined, man. There's a counter there.
If Ermac basically does nothing and gets bounced immediately, can we just say that he's like CIW's jobber?
He might be, but a gutbuster there, right as you say that, Ermac wants to change this. Of course, that all-important Ermac's elbow that is put away to somebody at some point.
That might have beaten one person.
That might have, yeah. I mean, he does it. He definitely does it. That I know for a fact. And
yes.
If you recall, the last match Ermac had, he was in a losing effort to Liu Kang. And that did not work out very well for him.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Liu Kang is the brand new TAW World Champion, and I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, let's not bring that up. You know, it's been a while since it happened, but it still happened. But
it still makes me sad.
But speaking of world titles, the winner of this tournament gets a world title shot at the time of their choosing. And that's what Johnny Cage is fighting so hard for, even though Ermac was countering one punch, and now Ermac with a little crab. And I don't want to mention...
And honestly, Sean, I feel like the only way someone's going to be able to take that championship off of Kratos is by catching him by surprise.
Well, which means that speed has to be the ultimate advantage, which both of these men have. And, whoa, speaking of, what a drop kick.
Ooh.
A big drop kick, but still on his feet is Ermac, but not after that big lariat.
Ooh,
a vicious lariat from Johnny Cage, who has been hitting the strikes, he's been hitting the graps, he's been hitting Ermac from all sides and angles.
I mean, Ermac has had some moves here and there, but it's been mostly Johnny Cage.
Yeah, and Johnny's really been staying on him, and now a very unique head wrench, just cutting off circulation to the brain, and that might be enough to at least get Ermac dazed enough to hit him with another "you got caged."
Come on, Ermac, do it for your best friend Elmo.
Yes, that's right. We need... Ermo and Elmac are watching from home. You can't let them down. And that's a joke, folks. And
that is a deep cut.
Yes, Ermo and Elmac. What a time to be alive that was. And a headlock takeover. And Ermac started fighting.
Moved to Ermo, South Carolina.
I feel like Ermac now is starting to build some momentum here because it's like, you guys weren't supposed to talk about them.
I thought you calling me a jobber would be the worst thing you could say.
No, I guess mentioning his bastardized children with Elmo. Don't ask how they were made, folks. You don't want to know.
Star-crossed lovers, Ermo.
Yeah.
And Elmac.
Yeah, you do not want to know how those became into being. You know, you know that Elmo has that tickle me feature. You know what? Never mind. And now here comes Johnny Cage with another lariat. And back to the match.
Right.
Drop kick.
My God.
And a drop kick from Johnny Cage.
Come and play.
King of the Spring, ladies and gentlemen. You never know what's going to be talked about. That's right. And now Ermac leaving the ring. He's just disgusted.
He's not happy.
He's
not
hurt.
happy. He's like, I'm going home.
He's angry. He's old. He's tired. He's many. We are but one. And now, right hand by Johnny Cage. And you got caged again.
Just kidding.
You got caged. This match has gone off the rails. The cover from Johnny Cage. 1, 2, and 3.
God.
You know, he may not win a lot, but God, do we love having him on the show.
Yes, we do.
Johnny Cage,
I am never picking him to win ever
Listen,
again.
let me tell you something. Johnny Cage made a statement to Wario here tonight, though. He said, I am after you, and you alone. I'm after the I'm after the belt that was robbed from me. I'm after the bad grammar that I'm saying. I'm making things happen. Johnny Cage...
I thought the message that he said was, fuck Sesame Street.
Well, regardless of what the message is, he's moving on, folks. One more match in the first round. We'll see you in a couple days. Happy Memorial Day in 2 days' time.